close to violet on a Sunday. Nearly made it into bloom, but I know, oh, the ordinary Monday turning back to blue. Long for what's to come, keep forgetting how to make it known before it's already gone.
Full of post-its in the ceiling of things I My devil's eye is turning yellow, lost half its leaves, right there in the corner, beside the coffee machine. Gave up without warning, didn't see it at first. Turned my back for a moment to it loosen its thirst. And I curse my blunder, pick petals for keys.
I got asked to sing the funeral Travel on by locomotive, turning of the century. See their fine clothes, soot is turning, satin's black as the night can be. But there's a new line, the Lackawanna, the coal as green as a mountain spring. Through the forest and over water, Northern Railway beauty sings. Didn't you know that Miss Phoebe Stone, her dress stays white both day and night upon the road of anthracite? The summer came for us and showed us what we lost. And I'm writing to myself about the things you said, about the things you said. The slowness creeps towards my feet within the light the morning brings to clean the remnants of a dream. Shadows you cannot see, I brush aside. You're on my mind this week. The lows are deep. I fall into the refuge that is sleep. There's nothing in my view but images of you 1,000 times. The summer came for us and showed us what we lost. I'm writing to myself about the things you said, about the things you said. you